So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Aditya Matre, and I noticed that you guys seems to like GUI tutorials more. So today we will be making a Pokédex application in Python Tkinter. So it is basically a data representation project, but for data I am using Pokemon data. So that's why it is a Pokédex application. So I have this Pokédex.json file in which I have like 809 Pokemon's data. Uh, it have a list of dictionaries if you want to say it in terms of Python, and each dictionary contains a data of the Pokemon. Is a image in this folder named assets. There are Pokemon images of each Pokemon by their index number. Then there is a number that is Pokédex number, then name of the Pokemon, type, species, height and weight, and then stats, and then evolutions. So there's that. So I have imported three models or packages, you can say. First is Tkinter for our UI, then there is JSON to parse this JSON document. Then there is PIL package. From that we are importing image.tk and image. These two methods are for showing image on the Tkinter. So there's that. I have created a simple window in Tkinter. Let's look at it. It works. Yes, it works. So let's get started with our UI implementation. Okay, so before that I will go ahead and import this Pokédex.json into our project. So this is my second time recording this video, because last time I recorded this video and audio was not recorded, so I'm recording it again. So file, open Pokédex.json, it will open this file and create a file object. Then we will pass this file object to JSON dot. This will parse the document and convert it to a object. We have loaded up JSON file. Let me just see if audio is recording. Okay, audio is recording, there's no problem. Okay, so we will create a class, name it smart text. This will be name of our Pokédex application, and in that class let's just create init method. It parameters will be self and a window. This so will be root element, we will be passing through it. Then let's say we will resize this window. So geometry, just give 370 x. Okay, so 370 by 170 window. Then we will can say we will not give a permission to user for resizing, so resizable, and that will be 0,0. So vertically or horizontally user cannot resize this window. We will give title to the window the same, or text, so that is our name of the project. So there's that. I will go ahead and pass this window, that is root element of the Tkinter, to the class. Let's see, window is resized and there is a, okay, so there is a name and window is resized. That, so let me show you again. So this is our window. I am going to divide this window in two parts. First part will contain the list of all the Pokemons, and we click on the element of the list, that Pokemon's data will be shown into other frame, the right side frame. So for that I will create two frames. One is list frame, that will be frame and parent will be window. Second will be data frame, parent will again be window. These both frames will be different, and now I'll be, for each frame I will create different methods. That method will be called, and these frames will be passed to that method, and that will create a UI for the each frame. So for first there will be list frame, so we'll name it Poke list. Parameters will be self and a frame that we will be passing. For list Poke list we will be passing list frame, and for Poke data we will be passing data frame. So we'll just hit pass here and create a new, so that's it, Poke data. For that same self and frame, pass again. Okay, so in Poke list there will be list box, and to scroll through list I will be creating a scroll bar. So and we will be connecting them. So I will just place this frame which I have passed through this in section. So okay, so I will be using grid. Row will be 0, row span will be 10, column span will be 2, and column will be 0th. So this frame will come first. So there's that. I will create a scroll bar widget or widget, whatever you call it, and scroll bar, and parent will be frame. I will also create a list box widget. That list box parent will be frame. So both elements are created, but if we try to run it, then nothing is shown on the window because we haven't placed those scroll bar and list box to this window. So I will go ahead and use grid on that. So it will be placed grid. So row will be 0, column will be, and for scroll bar, so this was scroll bar, so list box. For scroll bar, row will be 0 again, and column time will be 1. Let's just see if it comes. So nothing comes because okay, we haven't called these methods yet. So self dot poke list, and then list frame, and self dot poke data frame. Now let's see. Okay, as you can see, this is list box, but there aren't any elements, and this is our scroll bar, but scroll bar doesn't stick with borders. So we'll doing that. For that we will be using or parameter to grid, that is sticky. It will be north plus south. So this will take the top part to the top border, and bottom part to bottom border. So there's that. If we scroll this, the list will not scroll because we haven't connected both. So for that I will go ahead and list box, and there's method in list box widget, that is config. So in the config we will be giving scroll command. We'll be setting it to self dot scroll bar dot set. So each time scroll bar is scrolled, the list box will also scroll. So there's that, and then we also have to connect the scroll bar to list box. So scroll bar config scroll bar to list box, sorry, command, and in command I will give self dot list box dot 5 view, because our list is vertically scrolling. That's why we also give voice scroll command here. If our list was horizontally moving, then X scroll command I have to give. So, okay, so we have connected both list box and scroll bar. So you can see there is no element, therefore there is no cursor in the scroll bar. Okay, so I will add some content here. So let's just add content from data object into this. So okay, so for values in data, since it is a global variable, we can call it anywhere. Okay, so value will be our values. So I want to show Pokédex number with the name of the Pokemon in the list box. So I will give, as you can see here, there is a structure. The key for Pokédex number is num, and for key for name of the Pokemon is name. I will give that. So num plus value name. So this value will be added, and we will be using for loop for adding each of the value. So this box dot, and I will give end parameter first. So this parameter, what this parameter will do is it will insert each element at the end of the list. So if there is a 5 elements already in the list, then new element will be added to the sixth position. So and we will pass value. Look if values are added, and if okay, so values are added, and we can scroll. Okay, so let's just now work on this Pokedata frame. So in Pokedata frame there, okay, so let me show you. In Pokedata frame there, here will be our image of the Pokemon, then Pokédex number, name, then type of the Pokemon, species of the Pokemon, and height and weight. We will be using those elements only. Okay, so let's just go ahead, and first we will be placing the frame. Note that this frame and this frame both are different frames. This is a list frame and this is data frame. So okay, we'll be giving row equal to 0, row span to 10, column span 2, and column here will be 2 because it is the second part of the window. And then I want to show all the elements using labels, so I will go ahead and create a label widget. Then parent element will be frame, and I will just place it, sorry, so row will be here. So for image, we will add image later on. So first we will add all the labels. So 0th row will be for image. So for first, that is name and Pokédex number, we'll add just 1 here for first row, that is second row. Then column will be 2 again, and column span here will be 2 because I want to show name and number same row. Okay, so we want to add number, name, then Pokemon type, then species, height and weight. So 2, 3, 4 and 4 again. Just column number 3, there will not be column span here, so there's that. But how can we differentiate all these label, and how can we pass the values to the label? So we'll be creating a string var object. String var is a string variable class, or you can say object for the inter. There's a class of string var. We will be creating object of that. So for name, I will be creating okay name string var. Okay, I will go ahead and create for one. This will be for type, this is height and weight. Okay, so type, this is height, then there will be weight. So we'll go ahead and pass this variable to this label, so it will be a variable label for each that means we can change the values dynamically. That okay, here will be Poke name, type, this is height, then there will be weight. Okay, so we have added those, and now let's just pass some data and see if those values are coming. So for changing values of this string var object, there is method called set. Just we just have to pass a string which we want to show. So here will be 001 or copy this, set what is weight, purpose of copy it from here. Okay, height, and there is a species, seed pro, then this type. Type will be grass poison. Let's just see if it comes. So okay, as you can see the values are coming, but if we change the element, nothing happens because we haven't written any script for that. So for that I will go ahead and create a function here. Def. Okay, so on select function, and for that parameters will be self and event on which the function is to be called. First we have to go to Poke list and make some changes here. So I will go and self list box, I will add a bind method to it. So I will bind it to an event, so each time the event is called, the changes will be happen. So okay, the event here is list box select. So this event is whenever user select any element from the list box, this command which will be passing will be called. So self dot on select. So as a parameter to the onSelect, it will send a event method. So from that event we will go and get the widget from that. So let's say W is our widget, so event, and which widget have called the you can say called the that event. So we will getting that in the W. Then for I will getting index of. So why I am getting I am taking a index. So as you can see, I have just passed these values, value num and value name to the list box element, but as a string. So 0th element in our list box is Bulbasaur, and 0th element in our Pokédex.json object is also a Bulbasaur. So for each element, the index is same in both Pokédex.json and our list box element. So I will be getting that index. So index w dot curl selection. There is a method called curl selection. This method will give you which cursor element is selected. So there's that. We'll be getting index, and we'll create a function here first. Let me just show you if this works. If I select Bulbasaur, 0th element we have selected, so 0 is printed, and Portal 9th, because this is 9th element in the list box, because there is Mega Charizard and Mega Charizard Y, both have 006, and yeah, that's why. Okay, so this works. So we'll create a function now here called let's just say update data. The values will be self, a parameter will be self, and a value will be this index number, this indexed position value of the list box. So there's that. I will go and I will just copy this. So but this time will be delete these values. So value and the key. So for value I will be passing, okay, data. For value I will be passing data of I. So ith element data will be passed. That means ith element dictionary will be passed, and from the dictionary we have to select the values. Num plus value of name. Here will be type basis, then there will be height and weight. Okay, let's just see if it comes. Bulbasaur. Okay, so we have made a dynamic Pokédex, but now we have to add image to all. So for image we have imported this image tk and image, but as you can see I have created this stringware object, and I haven't initialized it with anything, but still it is initialized with null string value from start. But for the image there isn't any object defined, so we have to create initial value from what basis the from what the image will be changed. So I will create a variable here called as image. This image will be image ek photo image, and I will pass image here. So I will just go ahead and give say value here, something to be as a base. So one thing I have to keep in mind, that whichever type of image you are giving it is in the base, that means this here style at the initial point, the same type of element you have to give for all element in this update data method. So if I give png here, you have to give png here. If I give jpg, you have to give jpg. So I will go ahead and give a png image here, Bulbasaur, and the image is too large, so I will go and resize it to 80 by 80. I will also giving a parameter as image dot and the alias. So that the base image is created. For adding image to the Tkinter GUI, I'm going to use a label, but the parent will be frame, and this time we will not give text variable as a parameter, we will be giving image as a parameter, and image will be our image, that is self dot image self dot img label. Okay, so base element is created. I give and go and run this Python project. So image is not there. Okay. Okay, we haven't placed the image yet. So image config, sorry, grid row will be a 0th, column will be second. There will be column span also of 2. Let's see, image comes. Yes, image comes, but each time image is the same because we haven't updated the image yet. So in the update data element, I will be creating same variable, but this time I will be giving the value as image, because this image stores the location of the each Pokemon's image. And we also, but this time if you notice here, we have created image L label and we have given this, but this time we will be using same image L variable, and this self image is also same variable here. Okay, so I will go ahead and configure it to have image value as self.img. So let's just see if it works. So yes, this works, but if you notice, when I start the this Artex application, nothing comes. I will go ahead and just call this update data method here, and I will give the value as data of 0 each time the Artex is started. The first value, that is Bulbasaur data, is this screen. So this is it. So this is how you can create a data representation application in the Python, and we have used Pokédex information, Pokemon information. So we have created a Pokédex application. Thank you for watching. If you